Hello, hello. Welcome back to B&J's Little Farm. We've got Steve Essex in the house. Love that picture. Thank you. We got Marshmallow Man, Harvest Mary Moon. Hello, hello. How's everybody doing tonight? Please remember as you come in, give me a thumbs up and share me out. Ooh. Hey, Harvest Mary Moon. Good to see you. We're just waiting for a few others to pop in. I only see one in the chat one right now. Oh, there's two. Watching at work. Hello, Firefly. This sucks because I can only watch the chat from StreamYard and it's way different than normal. Hey, Brian. Good to see you. Wild, good to see you. You guys, I've missed you so much. We got 7 in the house. I want to see if I can grab Barrett's phone, see if I can get stream or YouTube from that side. There it goes. So internet and everything here is really sketchy, so we'll see how this goes. Hey Gemma, good to see you. Dr. Oddity, hello, welcome. Yeah, Barrett's phone saying no connection. He can't get a connection. So I guess I can't pull it up on his phone to see. Ugh, that stinks. Hey Wendy, good to see you. Dragon, good to see you. I'm working on my 11-year diagnosis video. How's everybody doing? I hope you're good. I'm trying to stay in high spirits. It's kind of hard, but I'm doing the best I can. The weather just turned into winter here in Ontario, Canada. Yeah, it's been raining off and on here all day, and then it started sleeting, I don't know, about 3:30, 4 o'clock. Hey Mooney, good to see you. So I just got in from feeding the calf her bottle, and oh, it was so cold. It was just like ice cubes hitting you outside. So updates, we're slowly working on the farmhouse. We got some insulation up. Well, first we got the plastic up and we got some insulation up. We're still working on that. That's all going into the kitchen right now. Firefly says I'm wiring at work, so listening. So yeah. Oh, Barrett's yelling for me. Hold on. What? Hold on a second. What? Where are you? Ouch. Dang it. I just stubbed my toe on the bed. All right. Sorry about that. So Barrett just came in from feeding the dogs and chickens and turkeys and rabbits and stuff. But we got one side of the kitchen done, one wall of the kitchen done. It's slowly coming, but we're doing the best we can. Yesterday, I had a pretty bad flare up in my back last night, and today it's been hurting pretty bad. So I'm trying to stay positive and just do a little bit at a time. But let me tell you, living off grid, we're not completely off grid, but living off grid is no joke, for real. Um, Most of you know we have a spring on the property, so that's where we get all of our water from. So we're going down to the spring every day and filling up jugs, or at least trying to, so that we have water for the animals and for us. But because it has been raining for the last like 3 or 4 days off and on, that spring water is cloudy. So we could drink it if I boiled it, and it would be okay. Um, but I really don't want to. I'm worried. It makes me nervous. It gives me anxiety. I don't want to get a stomach bug or anything like that. Wild says no, it's no joke. Um, I don't know. I feel like I am in a valley right now and I'm being tested. Thank you for the prayers, Wild. Thank you for dropping links, Dragon. But again, like I said, the pain's pretty flared up right now. My anxiety is at like high levels, high levels. I think mainly going from living like homesteading and having a comfortable, I think it was a comfortable life. My life was comfortable, to this, like half off grid, is more of a mind thing. Trying to trick your mind into it'll be okay is definitely the difficult part. And then, of course, our bodies, Barrett's older. I have back issues. That plays a factor in things. But I think the mind thing is really playing tricks. I had to for a summer one year, but that was summer. It's cold out there. Yeah, it's really cold. And next week, it's supposed to drop down to like the single digits. So we're supposed to have like next week 5, 6, 7 degree weather. So that's why we're trying to rush to get the kitchen insulated and get it at least patched up. But we're moving slowly. Thank you, Bobby Joe. Thank you, Brian. And I just want to give a mega shout out to everybody that has made donations and stuff. You guys don't know how much it's helped out, especially you know, things that we need that really, really helps. And I really appreciate it. I don't want to leave anybody out or anything. So I just want to say across the board, I appreciate every single one of you that have donated. I'm trying to catch up with the comments, make sure I didn't miss anything. Gemma says, I understand your anxiety being high. You're going through a real stressful time. Yeah. Boil your water and run it through a shirt. Hey, Jeffrey. Thank you so much for the prayers. Bobby J says we're supposed to get it bad here too. Wild sending prayers. Thank you, Wild. It's okay, Jeffrey. I understand. Everybody's going through a hard time right now. Are you going to do a tube video? Okay, so that's another thing I wanted to mention. So all the videos that you guys are seeing this month since the fire, which was, I don't even remember the day. I think it was the 7th was the fire. So any video from the 7th until the end of this month are pre-recorded videos. So they're not actually current. And thank God I did that. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get any videos out. I don't know. Everything is just so crazy and a mess. Um, I can only record like 30-second videos on my phone. to upload them to YouTube, that's all it'll allow me, or it'll keep saying error, file too big, anything I record over 30 seconds. So it's kind of hard to do it on my phone. Fireflies in them feet. Yes, Wild says I can't afford anything either, but watch videos, put Jess's playlist on, it helps. Yes, please, if you can, throw on a playlist. Make a comment every once in a while. The playlist really helps if you watch them. Hey, Yankee Watchdog, good to see you. How's the farmhouse working out? It's a lot of work, Yankee Watchdog. Our eating habits are horrible right now. I think it's the stress, but trying to eat anything, we can't hold anything down, either one of us. We just, every time we eat anything, we get sick. So eating is very rare at this time. Hey, prepping artist, good to see you. Very important time to keep watching videos and playlists. It will help the channel. Yes, it will. Thank you, Wild. Did Bear enjoy the popcorn? He always enjoys the popcorn from Rural King. That's like his happy place when he gets to walk into Rural King and get a bag of popcorn. Yankee Watchdog says I would tend to agree.
There's a jacket and a hoodie.
Thank you. Hercules with his pink eye, he's doing much, much better. Like I said, that video was done, I believe, a couple of weeks ago, and since then his pink eye has cleared up, so he's doing good. Jess, there's video settings you can record at low setting and it will help. I'll have to check that out. I don't know how to do that. And honestly, to tell you guys right now, like, all my energy is seriously going to surviving, wood, water, eating, heating. So I don't have much energy for anything else right now. Yeah.
Coping.
Yeah, coping. You can't save all your videos on your phone or you will run out of room. Oh yeah, definitely. Somebody, I don't know, we laid down for a nap, or I laid down for a nap. I was able to sleep maybe 20, 30 minutes before the live. And at some point, somebody had dropped off some things to us, a couple boxes.
Energizer light with battery.
Batteries, Energizer light, some hangers, a hoodie.
A CPO jacket.
A CPO jacket?
That's what I call
them. Some of the people here in the chat had gifted us gift cards, which I really, really appreciate. Most of the gift cards that we have received so far are going to all insulation and gas. So that has been amazing. I think we have enough insulation now for the kitchen. You don't think?
No, we gotta get the bathroom.
Yeah. Well, for the kitchen, we have enough.
We got plenty.
I think we have plenty of insulation. And then we'll start working on the bathroom, and then we'll start getting more insulation for that, hopefully. We did install a door from the kitchen to the living room because the kitchen is just like basically a breezeway. There's nothing but wind flying through that kitchen. It's freezing cold. You can walk in there and just see your breath. And so we put a door up to there to block that wind from coming into the living room. So that's helping. And then, of course, the insulation that's going up. We still have two walls left to do in the kitchen?
Yeah.
Two walls. So hopefully once we get that insulation up on the other two walls, that will help cut out that wind as well.
Well, look at it this way. You're learning a trade.
Yeah, I'm definitely learning a trade. I was able to get this really cool tool, you guys. It's by, I think you pronounce it Bosch.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there's this, it's like a hand stapler. Well, I'm not strong enough. My hands aren't strong enough to like pull the regular hand staplers, you know. My hands aren't big enough or strong enough. And we found this pretty cool tool. It was like 26 bucks, more than I wanted to spend, but it's been a lifesaver. It's like a handheld one, and it kind of looks like a hammer. And you load the staples in the bottom of it, and then you just take it and you hit the wall like this, and the staples come out. And that has been amazing. Sheesh. So that's what I've been using to hang all the plastic and the plastic and the insulation, and it's been a lifesaver, that tool. Marshmallow Man says, keep going to Rural King to get popcorn. It'll help keep you in a happy place. I got a Jackery with a solar panel. If power goes out, I'll be okay for a few hours. Laugh out loud. Filled both cars up. If we have to, we hang out in them. Hey, Vermont. Good to see you. Thank you, Vermont. Appreciate that. There's lots of extra to do with no power. You're right, Lyle. There is a lot to do. We haven't stopped since we got over here.
Gotta get down the spring every day and get water for the animals.
Mm-hmm.
With the rain and stuff, the water's kind of cloudy, so we can't drink it unless we boil it or something. But anyways, getting wood in, feeding animals.
That's basically the majority of our day.
Working on the house, taking naps here and there. Actually, Jess has been pretty cool about it. She hadn't been yelling or screaming or losing her temper.
I'm trying not to, you guys. It's so hard. Wow, it says you have lots to fix up. Lots. the room I'm in right now is what we're using as a bedroom right now. This is the upstairs front room, and this is probably the best room of the house.
Yeah, because all the heat's coming up the stairs.
Yeah.
And with this heater and everything, we gotta open this other door up just to cool it down in here.
Yeah.
It gets too hot in here.
It does. It gets too hot because all the heat's coming up here. But I'm not complaining about the heat.
When it drops down to 5, you won't be complaining when it's nice and warm in here.
No. The floors are solid. The walls are solid up here. It just needs wallpapered and scraped, and you can see. I don't know why they would do that. You can see the ceiling, but they wallpapered the ceiling and the walls with this brown wallpaper. It's hideous.
Well, how many layers of wallpaper would we take off in your pantry?
In the pantry there was probably like 7 or 8 freaking layers of nothing but wallpaper. Thankfully this room only has one, and it's peeling, so it won't be too bad taken out. I'm not really worried about this room though. The windows are solid, the walls, the ceiling, the floor, like I said. It's just the downstairs. So
putting plastics up the windows.
Yeah, we did that yesterday, all day yesterday. I put plastic on the inside windows. We still need to put plastic on the outside windows. We're just trying to winterize, before this storm hits us.
No one's lived in this house for 10 years.
Mm-hmm. Barrett probably is a pro at his ring toss game by now. Actually,
Uh,
the ring toss game is no longer. And that was one of the big things that like was really emotional for me because of all the gifts that you guys have just purchased, like the cow picture, the ring toss game, my snow globe, like all that stuff was destroyed. So that was pretty heart wrenching.
show them that TV right there. That TV right there was close to the fire.
Hold on.
It's got one little speck where that hot hammer hit the front of it. The rest, it runs. It's good. It's working. Now our bigger TV, which is a little bit farther from that one, that was sitting on the floor. But anyways, the bigger TV, I mean, the front of it looks perfect.
There's the TV he's talking about. I don't think they can see. Can you see the specks where the fire hit it?
With the bigger TV, the front of it looks perfect and everything. I was gonna I just started pulling it off the stand to bring it over here, and guess what? The whole back it was melted. Crazy.
He was all excited. The front of the TV looked perfect, and then he pulled it out from the wall, and it was completely melted on the backside. Mooney says I'm driving, so I can't say hello to everybody individually.
She just did.
Firefly said, "Did you eat today?" I had a boiled egg this morning, and I had a couple pepperonis for lunch, and I tried to. I ate a couple bites of salad. That's what I've had. Barrett, what did you eat today? He had a boiled egg this morning,
A bologna sandwich, and 4 cookies. Just asked me what last night or this morning. We're not eating very much.
No, we're not at all.
Because Jess loves her steaks, and she made a steak last night, and she didn't even eat it.
I tried. I made a steak I made a steak to split between me and Barrett. I made a salad and some green beans.
That salad was good though.
Yeah, we ate all the salad. Um, we both ate like a couple pieces of steak and a couple of green beans, and that was it. We couldn't.
Cats ate the rest.
Yeah, the cats ate the rest. As Barrett always says, the animals are well taken care of before us. But just the appetite's no good. And it's funny because the toilet over here, this is like, you don't like appreciate the little things in life until something like this happens. But the toilet over here is monstrous, you guys. I cannot reach the floor when I'm sitting on the toilet. It's so tall. My feet cannot touch the ground when I sit on the toilet. It's hideous. And because there's no heat or anything in the bathroom and it's connected to the kitchen, it's freezing cold. It's so cold. You literally have to dress like an Eskimo to sit on the toilet.
So cold, my butt's got a cold.
Yeah, Barrett's butt cheeks got freaking frozen to the toilet. I asked him if he needed a spatula to freaking get off. It was horrible. Oh my gosh. We are trying to make light of the situation. What was I laughing at? What did you say the other day? I lost it. I laughed for like 20 minutes uncontrollably. Oh my gosh. That's what it was. Okay. You guys know how I do the keto and I fast and stuff like that. Well, it takes so much energy to cook these days. So much energy. We don't want to cook. It's just a pain in the butt. You got to heat the water, boil the water, get the cooking going. And we're driving, getting insulation, running around, trying to get things done. We're in town and Barrett's like, we're figuring it out. Oh, that's what we were sitting at CVS. We were trying to recover your pills from the fire. We're sitting at CVS talking, and he's like, So he's like, this is how fasting feels, huh? And we figured it out. We had been fasting for like 18 hours because we just weren't hungry or too lazy or whatever the situation was. He was like, oh my God. He was like, my belly's touching my spine. It hurts. He says, I can't believe you do this all the time. He's like, why would you do this to yourself? And he is like, just thinking about it makes my stomach. What did you say? He said, I don't remember. Just thinking about it makes my stomach hurt or something like that. Twitch or something. I was laughing so hard.
Spasm.
Oh, spasm. That's what it was. He's like, just thinking about this makes my stomach spasm. And he's holding himself. I'm laughing hysterically. I'm laughing so freaking hard. So bad. Hey, Carl. Good to see you. Thanks for popping in. Hey, Squirrel. Good to see you. Wacky tacky. I have a good one too. It makes it possible. I don't let that stapler out of my sight. Yeah, that stapler is my best friend right now.
Yeah, get a invader and hit him in the head with staples in them.
It's a good weapon. Wild says hugs. You can do this. I'm so trying. Wild.
Well, one of the firefighters did text you, wasn't it, saying that?
No, it wasn't one of our firefighters. It was just an EMS or firefighter from YouTube. He was saying that he really appreciates my updates and things like that because they never get to see, what happens after they leave. So he was just complimenting me and thanking me. Did you ever find out what caused the fire? Barrett, you want to explain that?
A spark, according to what they said and everything, a spark came from the damper. The damper's up there halfway up the pipe, and you twist it in there and to shut the airflow off and everything, so the wood don't burn that fast and stuff. And when you open it up, it puts out more heat and everything. Usually use a damper at nighttime when you go to bed. All right, I guess there's a hole that goes through. You put the damper in and everything. If anybody knows what the damper is, they know what I'm talking about and everything. But it's so small and everything that I guess a spark came through and landed in the wood pile that box that we had and everything.
Our kindling box.
Kindling box. But he said that spark could be sitting there for 2, 3 days, 4 to 5 days, and it finally, as gust of wind came through and just ignited it. So, I don't know.
Thank you, Dragon. Yeah, it's all, yeah, Vermont. That's exactly what it is. It's all plaster walls in here. Hey, Peanuts, Peppers. Good to see you. It's been so long. Hope all is well with you. Right. I don't care about any of that right now, Firefly. You know me better than that. I could care less. I just want warmth. And when I have to use the bathroom, it would be nice to have a warm toilet seat. Oh my goodness. It would be nice to have a toilet I can reach the floor with.
It'd be
too.
nice to have a bathtub.
Yeah. Well, Firefly got us a bathtub.
No, but warm water, we got to heat
I know.
a kettle at a time.
We have for heat in the water, I've been searching everywhere. We have a small kettle, like I wouldn't even call it a kettle. We've got small percolators that we got from Walmart, and then my coffee percolator you guys have seen me use to make my coffee. So I went to Walmart and got another one. It's a little bit bigger than the one I make my coffee in, but not much. And that's what we're using to warm up the water. So when I'm doing dishes in my I don't even know what you call that. It's an enamel processing pan with a handle on it. I don't know what you call it, but that's usually what I process my tomatoes and everything in when I'm cutting them up. So we're taking those percolators, filling them up heating those up and then dumping it into the pan to wash dishes, which works fine. That works perfect. But to actually fill up the bathtub, I need something quite bigger because we're trying to fill up the bathtub with it. And by the time we get the bathtub full, the
Water's cold.
the water's cold again. So I'm so behind in chat. I'm sorry. On Sunday morning, I'm going to church. I will keep you in my prayers. Thank you so much, Jeffrey. Brian says, wow. Wild says, we are all real, though. Barrett believes us now. Hit that thumbs up. Thank you, Squirrel. Dragon says, Jess has to be careful or we could lose her. I don't know if I can click. Oh, that's not what I want. I can't click on them, Dragon. That stinks. My great grandpa used an outhouse for years. I don't know how they did it.
We're building one.
Barrett says we're building one, but I honestly, I don't know how they did it. Like some of the things we're doing and that we're having to do, I'm just like trying to hold it together. It's tough. Like I don't know. I don't know how our forefathers did this shit.
It's that city slicker still in you.
I know. I must still have some city slicker in me. But for real, I think it's not the manual labor. That's not what bothers me, other than when my back flares up. I can do that. That's not what bothers me. It's the mentality, like keeping my brain from thinking this and that, and just trying to keep my thoughts positive.
Well, it took me a couple days.
Yeah, it took Barrett like 3 days.
Because I had so much stuff going through my head.
Oh my gosh.
Do this, do that, do this, do that.
Barrett was
Jess
like,
is saying do one project at a time. She's been saying that for years. And now I want to do 4 or 5 of them at a time.
He literally sat here like a zombie for 3 days. He had me freaking scared. But literally, he would just like stare out in space, and I'd be like, "Are you okay?" And he'd be like, "Yeah." But he looked a hot mess. He was, yeah. But at least you're talking. He wasn't talking. He was just staring out in space. Oh, it was horrible. I did really good for like 5 days. Like super good, running around, doing the stuff we needed to do, making phone calls. I did really good. And then yesterday it hit me like we had to go into town and Barrett wanted to get like a 20 by 20 tarp for some wood that we got. We finally got some wood and we had been running. We got up at like 5 a.m. yesterday and we had ran until like 12:30. We got home. We literally unloaded the insulation, got everything unloaded. I think we ate a little bit. Oh yeah, I did. I ate the yogurt and blueberries yesterday. And like as soon as we got home, somebody donated us a load of wood. It was actually a dump truck of wood. It was slab wood, but it's wood. So Barrett's like, we need like a 20 by 20 tarp. And we went to head to town. We got almost to town and I broke out into like hard. Barrett was so mad at me. We were 1 minute away from our destination and I broke out into a massive panic attack. I'm like, you have to take me home now. And he's like, you can do it. You can do it. I'm like, take me home. I could not. My heart was racing a million miles a minute. I was sweating. It was bad. So that was the first one I've had at least 5 days. Been a while. It's actually been a while.
It's been a while.
So that wasn't fun. Brian says that's hilarious. I'm so far behind chat, you guys. I'm trying to catch up. I'm sorry. At least it was a spatula and not a spork. Dr. Oddity said. Homemade bread and potatoes are comfort food.
For me, not for Jessica.
Yeah, for Barrett. I don't do any of the breads or potatoes. Firefly says, could you take an old towel and cut a hole in it for the toilet seat? I mean, we could.
As long as you don't get backsplash.
Oh my gosh, gross. How about one of those turkey fryer things that you use outside and it uses propane?
I never used one, but I heard they're dangerous.
Yeah, but that's when you're frying a turkey.
Yeah.
She's just talking
We
about
got that
boiling.
grill. We hadn't used it yet.
No, she's talking about when we're boiling water to fill up the bathtub.
Well, yeah.
We could do that.
But I forgot we had that grill that plugs in.
Yeah.
It's an electric grill.
Yeah, we could do that to boil water, but I'll have.
I never used it before. I don't know what it'll do with this power.
Yeah. We'll have to take the pot.
'Cause you see how the power does when you turn that hot plate on.
Like if we have a hot plate, electric hot plate that was donated to us, and we plug it in and it starts surging everything. Like the lights start dimming out and blinking, and so we got to be really careful. But she's talking about using it for the propane with the propane. Yeah, Mooney asked, do you have one of those one burner electrical? Do you have one of those one burner electrical? Yeah. He was processing everything. He was Mooney. Make sure you're using hardwood, makes less creosote in the chimney. Yes.
Ooh, what we was talking about today?
I know.
I told you. My teeth.
Oh yeah, Barrett was talking about his teeth. He has dentures for his top teeth. And I was like, where were they? And he was like, in the living room. They're probably melted. And he's like, I'm going to have to wash them up real good. And I said, you ain't putting that in your mouth. What's wrong with you? He said, I like them dentures. I said, tough.
Well, it would just be snagger tooth.
Jeez. Okay, I caught up with the chat, I think. Firefly says, oh my God, not dangerous if you're just having a pot on there with water, like a big ass pot.
Never used one, so I wouldn't know.
Peanut says, burner and propane bottles. I've used them plenty of times. Yeah, basically that's what we're using. That's what's keeping the upstairs heated is the Mr. Buddy with a propane tank. And then
that tank will last us about 3 days.
Yeah, our propane tank, it's one of the big size. You can't see, my freaking room's a mess. I can't even see it. There's that. The propane tank's right over there. Anyways, it's a big one. And that, if we keep it going only during the day and we shut it off at night, that thing is bright. Then it'll last us 3 days. So we've got propane. We've got 2 propane tanks that we're alternating between. We're trying to keep those full.
That's what I was telling Jessica the other day. We got 4 walls.
Did you just call me Jessica?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
And your name Jessica?
Go ahead.
Jess.
Thank you.
But anyways, we was talking the other day, how's the homeless do it?
Oh, yeah. I don't know how they do it.
I mean, we got walls and stuff and everything, but how do they put plastic up and everything and survive?
Yeah. We have a couple homeless communities, I don't know what you want to call it, and they literally just put up plastic in the trees and use it. Yeah, you don't ever see any fires. It's just clear plastic that they hang over the tree and they like sit under, sleep under. And I'm like, how? Yeah, and by the river on top of it. So it blows my mind. I don't know how they survive. That's the thing, Marshmallow Man. Barrett had just swept that chimney.
Yeah.
He had just swept it. And yeah, I don't know. Peanut says, "Whoopsie, Jessica." Laugh my ass off. Mm. Can you use a wood stove to heat the water? Normally we would be able to. However, the wood stove that's over here is actually a wood furnace, so it has like a covering on the outside. So I tried to. You can't heat anything. I mean, it'll be warm. It'll warm it up, but you can't heat anything on there. So, like, what I'll do is I'll take the percolators and I'll put it on that electric burner and I'll get it to a boiling point and then I'll set it on top of the stove. So it'll keep it warm, but it actually won't cook anything or heat anything up. Do you want to add anything to your challenges or what this experience has been for you, Barrett?
Yeah. Just hope no one else has got to go through it.
Yeah. I wouldn't wish this on anybody. Although, like I said, we've had some really amazing experiences with people and their kindness and their generosity with donations. And then we've had some really nasty ones too.
Yeah. Trying to make a profit.
And I'm trying to keep in, the back of my head the good generosity and the good people. And it just seems like sometimes the negativity outweighs the good for some reason. What did you get a compliment on?
Who was trying to run me over by the mailbox?
Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. One of our neighbors. What? I don't. Was that yesterday?
Yeah.
We had just gotten home when we were unloading stuff, and Barrett's like, "Have you checked the mail?" And I said, "No." And he said, "Well, I'm gonna go up to the mailbox and check it." And I had stuff in my hands, and I was walking to the house, so I wasn't really paying attention. All of a sudden, I hear this car zoom going by, and I turn around and look, and Barrett almost got hit. I'm like, "What the heck? Oh my god!" And he's like, "Did you see that? She tried to kill me." I was like, "Who was it?" And he's like, "I don't know." And like after we got everything unloaded and inside, and we were sitting down talking, he was like, "Whoever it was, they could at least wait until I had insurance to take me out so you'd have something to live on." I'm like, "Oh my gosh, don't say that." 2 minutes after we were talking about this, I get a text on my phone. It was one of my neighbors, an elderly lady. She was like, "Sorry, I almost killed your husband." She said, "I seen you walking through the yard and I was going to honk at you and I went to look and I looked up and then there was Barrett standing at the mailbox and I almost hit him." I'm like, "Oh my god." It's horrible. Dr. Oddity says, "Is there anything I can do to help?" Yeah, you can watch my playlist. Throw on a playlist. That would help so much. The cats are doing really good, Dragon. They're like super happy. I don't know if you've seen the short. It was like a super short.
Hey, Dragon, your blasting chicken's got horns.
Oh, yeah, Dragon. Oh my gosh.
He looks like a demon chicken.
Your chicken is crazy. Crazy. So the cats are good. They're being super playful. They're loving all the space. They're not used to having an upstairs, so all you hear all night is them running up and down the stairs like crazy. But your chicken, we went out to feed all the chickens yesterday, and they're sitting up outside on this perch. It was literally just a piece of wood. And your chicken is the only rooster I have figured out, Mr. Einstein. And he was sitting up there with two hens. And we thought all this time that it was the other chickens that was pecking the top of their heads, the Polish chickens' heads. And we separated them. And that was not the case at all. It was Einstein. Einstein's the culprit. He is so bad. He is literally picking out the females' feathers from the top of their heads. I was yelling at him, and when I got close to him, he's got like horns, like dragon horns.
Yeah.
They come down right here on his nose. They're two red ones, and then there's two that go up his nose. I'm gonna have to get a good picture so you can see him, but he is rotten to the core. He is a troublemaker. Let's see. Actually, Dragon, our cats are just, they don't ever want us to leave them alone. They are pains in the butts. They're always at our heels. They want to sit on our laps. They want to cuddle. Yeah. Barrett was snoring the other night. It was so funny. He was snoring so loud. And the kitten crawled up on the bed, and I was watching it. I was just wondering what the heck she was doing and what she was thinking. She crawls up onto the bed right next to his face, and she's like sniffing his nose, and all of a sudden she like bites the tip of his nose. And he woke up, he's like, "What the hell?" I was laughing. I'm like, I don't know what she was doing. He was like, "Can you let her?" Oh. It wasn't Coco. I think most homeless sleep in the day and stay up all night, but I don't know. That would make sense, Bobby Joe. Oh, thank you, Dragon. Dragon gifted 10 memberships. Thank you so much. And of course, on the StreamYard side, I can't see any names who the memberships went to. Prepping artists, I can't talk. The prepping artist got a membership. Awesome. Dr. Oddity's laughing. But somebody gifted, I can't even remember. Well, one of my ex nurses and one of my, I shouldn't say ex nurses, ex coworkers, one of my nurses and one of my aides, two of my aides, they're cat lovers, and they donated a bunch of toys and stuff like that to the cats. So the cats are just in cat heaven right now. They're going crazy. Yeah, well,
we're going to have to make a playroom for those cats just to keep those toys in there.
Barrett keeps tripping on all of the toys and stuff because I have like a little cat bed for the cats, and none of them like it. They hate it. But I put all their toys in there, and then the cats drag them out and put them all over the floor, and Barrett's like always stepping on them or tripping on them. It's funny. Hey, Sunfish, long time no see. Hope all is well. Dragon says, sure, Jess, blame Einstein. You sure it wasn't the nurturer side that won out over nature? You're just going to wave at him. Here, talk to him.
I can't.
Why? What are you doing?
I'm comfortable.
So we got a sleeping bag up to this window. You see Barrett messing with.
I don't know why that sleeping bag's up there. I don't feel no air coming through.
Mm-hmm. His son put that up when he was staying here.
Are you scared?
His son was super paranoid. We're finding all kinds of weird stuff in this place. I don't know why his son was so paranoid and scared.
He's 6'3", about 270.
I guess he doesn't like being alone. But I can understand. I'm here with you, and I got crazy thoughts too. Oh, Brian just gifted 10 memberships. Thank you so much, Brian. Brian says, hey, Barrett.
Hey, Brian.
Sunfish just been farming. My tomatoes finally died. Aw, that's sad. Dragon says, Barrett, is Casper leaving you alone?
Yeah, we came to terms. I stay out of his room. He stays out of mine.
You were in his room yesterday.
That was in the daytime.
And it was a her, not a him.
That's in the daytime.
B&J's Little Farm, good to see you folks smile and laugh. Thank you. Like I said, we're trying to keep things light. Some days are harder than others, but once we get used to our new reality, I think we'll be fine.
I'm getting used to my new time change.
Yeah, Barrett's been getting up. He's got, you guys, he's got a crazy schedule. Crazy. I don't understand it. He's been going to bed at like 5 o'clock at night, 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and waking up at 3 a.m. It's so crazy. And then he wakes me up.
That's I don't even schedule anyway.
No, I never wake.
You told me for years now. Get on your schedule.
Yeah, but I don't wake up at no 3 a.m. in the morning. And so he'll wake up and he'll be like, "You know where this is? Hey." Or he'll just start talking. I'm like, "Why would you wake me up at 3 a.m.?" And I don't go to bed now until like, well, same 9:30, 10 o'clock. So he's passed out by 5 and up early. I'm like, oh my gosh, we got to get on the right schedule here. So he's been waking me. I've been going to bed 9:30, 10 o'clock, and then waking up at 3 a.m. and then running all day or working all day. And I'm just like, I can't with this schedule.
Well, we got to get up early and get things done early because I don't want to be in town at nighttime.
Yeah.
You know, I hate driving at night.
Barrett can't see. You guys, oh my gosh. He had me so scared. We had to go. Where did we go? We went over to. Oh, it was that first night. It was the very first night of the fire, and we were driving around looking for a generator, and it was dark, and so we were going to Rural King to check prices on their generators, and we had to go around the Indian Mount or around the mall so to get to Rural King. And so there's like 3 lanes when you go around the mall. There's, one lane that goes this way, one lane that goes that way, and then the middle lane that's your turn lane. He cannot see it in the night at all. And he is literally driving in the turn lane, heading towards people. I'm like, oh my gosh.
I was trying to turn.
He had me so freaking scared. He said he was trying to. He was not trying to turn. It was so scary. I was like, I'm driving. You're not allowed to drive anymore. He's like, no, I'm driving. He scared me the rest of the night. I'm like, get me home. Marshmallow Man says, I get up twice a night for wood stove to keep the house warm. Well, that's the good thing, I guess, about this schedule because we're able to keep the wood burner going with him being up so early in the morning and me going to bed late at night. So I guess that's a good thing. Odyssey Extreme, hello and welcome. Welcome to my channel. I don't think I've ever met you before. We've got 15 in the chat. I can't see thumbs up. I can't see who shared me out. I can't see any of that, you guys. So if you already have, thank you so much. And if you haven't, please hit the thumbs up, share me out. I'd appreciate it. Thank you, Brian. He says the same thing. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Where's that? Oh, they're all downstairs, aren't they?
What?
I was going to show them that lantern, but I think it's downstairs. Brian gifted us these really cool lanterns. I use it like a million times a day walking through the house. Dragon says 15 watching, 23 thumbs up. Awesome. Yeah, you guys, and anybody new popping in, please throw on one of my playlists. That really, really helps me out. If you want to donate, I'm not asking you to donate, but if you would like to donate, there's Cash App, PayPal, and then I also created I don't know what it's called, Give, Go, and Send is the website I went with. That the PayPal and Cash App are on my About page on YouTube, and the Give, Send, and Go should be on my Community tab. I went with Give, Send, and Go. 1, because they are a Christian community. 2, GoFundMe I've used in the past, and they take a huge percentage of donations. Give, Send, and Go take a little bit, but not quite as much as GoFundMe. So if anybody else in the future ever needs, God forbid you do, but if you ever need a donation site, I would highly suggest looking into Go Give and Give, Go, and Send. I got to get back to work, Jess and Bear. Take care, stay warm, eat something. Thanks so much, Yankee Watchdog, for hanging out. I hope you have a good night. Mooney, thank you for sharing.
Mooney, when we come down there, I get the bedroom, you guys get the couch.
She's packing her stuff up and she's moving out of the RV.
Really?
Yeah. So I guess you can have the RV to yourself. Marshmallow Man. I remember getting my first generator. I got one for about 2,000. It was bigger than what I needed, but that's a good thing. We with the generator. Yeah, we got a. I mean, it's not like super small, but
it'll do the purpose.
It was what we could afford at the time. So, and we've never used a generator. We've never had one, so it was definitely a learning curve.
Well, we got one now.
We've got one now, so. We'll see you too, Yankee Watchdog. Hey, Steve, good to see you. That looks like a good platform. Everyone should check that out and leave a prayer. It looks good there. Yeah, and that's the thing too I really liked about it is even if you can't make a donation or anything like that, you can go over to the Give, Go, and Send site that's posted on my community tab, and you can send prayers. And you can do that for anybody.
Today?
Well, that was that was something else. But Wild did go over and she sent me a prayer on there and I got to see it and it was really cool. And like I said, you can do that to anybody. Like you can search anybody that needs help or prayers over there and send prayers out. But Barrett did, excuse me, Barrett did get a phone call yesterday from them, the Give, Go, and Send website. And it was a sweet older lady, or at least she sounded older. And she called Barrett up and wanted to pray for him. So she gave him prayers over the phone, which I thought was pretty cool. That's pretty sweet customer service. But we haven't had any problems yet from the platform. We also haven't requested any money off of it yet. We're getting pretty low on funds, so I'll probably put in a request here in the next week or so to withdraw. You have to put in a request to withdraw your funds. So I'll be doing that here this week or next week or something. We're trying really, really hard just to keep it in there until we need, we've been using all the gift cards and the funds that we have so far for, like I said, gas, propane, and insulation. And then after we get the insulation up that we have now, then we'll move into the bathroom and start doing that. So then we'll start stocking up on insulation again. And then once we get that done, it'll be the next process will be drywall.
Question, people. Can you use external paint for inside the house?
Oh yeah, that's a good question. We were gifted 3 buckets of paint today, and they are external paint. Good thinking, babe.
It's flat, but even if we don't use it inside, we can paint the house.
Yeah. Or if it's white, we could actually use it for like a primer, right?
I think it's going to be pink.
I hope it's not pink. We didn't open up the buckets, and it doesn't say on the front what color it is.
You don't say flat white or anything?
I don't think so.
It just says flat.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, we don't use it on. We can use it on the house plus the barn out there.
So yeah. Let's see if anybody commented.
The fun part we're really going to have is tearing that blasting trailer down.
Yeah, that's what I've been asking people too. Like, if you don't feel like you want to donate to PayPal or Cash App or anything like that, the Give, Go, and Send. I know a lot of people feel funny about that stuff. Um, Mooney was able to gift us a Home Depot card, and it was virtual. So it basically just went to my email. And that was pretty awesome because she was one of the people that were able to donate a gift card for Home Depot so that we could get some insulation. So if you would rather do something like that, a gift card for Home Depot would be amazing.
Yeah, because we still gotta get a bunch of stuff from Home Depot.
Yeah. Even if you're starting a business, it looks very good. Yeah, that's true, Wild. The funny thing too, so my brother called me to check up on me today, and before the fire, we were talking about, the essential oils and getting the products labeled and getting them shipped to California to where he is, and getting everything rolling with the essential oils and the salves and stuff that I was creating. So we were talking a little bit of the fire, and then we were talking about that. And he was like, "What about all the essential oils and stuff that we had accumulated, and all the tins and stuff like that?" And I was like, "Well," I was like, "they kind of exploded." He was like, "Well, that sucks." He was like, "Not only did you lose your home, but you lost a way of making money." I said, "Yeah." He said, "I don't know." He's just bummed out about that too. So I've used mine about a dozen times in about 10 years, and it was great to have. Yeah, especially the times like, I don't know, it was probably 10 years ago. We had like a huge power outage all across the county, and everybody's freezers, refrigerator, like our electric was out, like
We
clear
lost
across
a
the
lot of
county.
food.
We lost so much food that year because we didn't have a generator. We were able to save some, but not nearly enough. We took some down to the spring, put it in coolers, and set it down there.
Took some in
Um,
my brothers.
Took some into Barrett's Brothers, and we were able to save some, but we lost so much. And it was like 2 weeks.
What, the power?
Yeah,
No, it
that
was
power,
21 days.
21 days. It was miserable. It was in the heat of the summer, no showers, no nothing. We'd have to go down to the creek to shower. I was working at the time in the nursing home, and anybody that's ever worked in a nursing home knows that's a dirty job. The first thing you want to do is come home and shower, and it was horrible. So, I mean, even though,
Actually, I thought we had a pretty good time in the summertime
yeah, we
because we
did.
cooked. We cooked out every day.
I know, but still coming home sweating and
Yeah, well, you
nasty,
still
and
had a creek to go to.
yeah, we did have fun. We cooked out every single day. It was all right.
Now, that was in the summertime. Now, I wonder if I was
Yeah.
a whole different story.
Um, what else was that? I was saying something else. I don't even know.
All right, take a
But
chair.
that's what I was gonna say. No, the generator, even though it was not the greatest timing to get a generator, I'm glad that we have one now, and we know how to use it now and everything. Well, or at least Barrett does. He still's got to teach me. Thank you, Steve. He says you guys always have my prayer. Hey, Odyssey Extreme. Good to see you. I said hi earlier. I don't know if you didn't hear me or. Dragon says you probably won't want to use exterior paint inside of the house because it releases chemicals that is carried away on the wind when it's on the
All
exterior.
right, cool.
Well, at least we have an answer. That kind of sucks, but that's what we were told about. Oh, so when Barrett's son was living here, um, I don't even know, like 2 or 3 years ago, me and Barrett got a hair up our butts, and we decided we were going to redo the farmhouse. So we started tearing down the kitchen walls, and it became so much work that we gave up on it. We're like, forget it. Well, then a few years after that, his son became homeless, so we let him stay here in the farmhouse. And it was during the winter. And so he started putting up in the kitchen, which is this is why it's taking us so long. He put up roofing paper, the black roofing paper in the kitchen to try to keep the air and the wind out because it was so cold. So that is what's all through the kitchen is this roofing paper, and it stinks, and I'm sure it's releasing chemicals as well. And then I had talked to one of my guy friends today, and he said the same thing. He said that roofing paper does have chemicals in it because what did you say? When it heats up, it sticks to the roof. Yeah. So I don't know. So that was a big job, is tearing all that stuff out. And then inside the walls was nothing but that blown insulation. You guys,
that's nasty.
That is the nastiest stuff I've ever dealt with. It is horrible trying to clean out. So not only are we tearing this roofing paper down, we're pulling out all this nasty blown insulation that's settled. It's not even in the walls. It's just sitting on the floor of the walls.
This is a 2-story house, and they sprayed it from the top until they sprayed it in there from the top, and so it fills all the cracks up and everything. Well, up here at the top, there's no insulation at all because it's settled down to the bottom.
So,
and when you pull it out and everything, all that particles and that dust and stuff is spreading through the air. We gotta get some masks.
Yeah. We need to pick up some masks of some sort because we're breathing that crap in at night. We're blowing our noses. Our noses are black. It's nasty stuff. And when I talk or I'm working, I always have my mouth open or have my tongue hanging out, or so I'm getting the crap in my mouth. I'm like, ugh. Marshmallow Man said I would keep the paint to as little rooms as possible, like a bathroom. No, that's all right. We won't use it if that's the case.
We'll use it on the outside.
We'll use it on the outside.
Problem is, get somebody to get on the ladder and come up and paint the top part of the house.
Yeah, I ain't doing no heights. Barrett's not doing heights. If it was water basin, sure you can. I don't even know if it is. I've been looking at a whole home generator. Yeah, that would be nice. Those are expensive, Vermont, but those are very nice. I worked with a couple of clients when I was doing home health care that had those. And that saved them through that heat, not power outage. Tar paper, yep. Should only have been used outside. Yep. Yeah. It is nasty. Oh, thank you, Ark. He says, who's that pretty girl? I don't feel very pretty right now. We did get to go into Barrett's Brothers, though. We went yesterday to go in and do laundry. So we got some laundry done at the laundromat. And then we headed over to his brother's and we took a shower there. So we were able to get a shower. I took a shower.
I get in the shower and there's no hot water.
It felt so good, you guys. I couldn't help it. I could not pull myself out of that shower.
I look like an icicle.
Mm-hmm. Sorry. But last week we went to his cousin's house, and I was being like really generous and considerate, and I took like a 5-minute shower, if that. It probably wasn't even that. It was probably like a 2 or 3 minute shower. I didn't wash my hair. I just washed my body, and I jumped out because I was like, he needs a hot shower. So I did that, and he got in the shower, and he was in there for like 20-25 minutes. So yeah, you were in there forever. So this time when we went to his brother's, I'm like, I'm taking my shower.
Used all the hot water.
And I washed my hair. And you guys know how long my hair is and how thick it is. It takes a minute to wash all this mop. Barrett, next time join Jess in the shower and share the water and the love. Laugh out loud.
We never get out of the shower.
That's funny. So I'm hoping that my back chills out tonight. We took it pretty easy today. We did hang some insulation.
We're in town.
We ran in town. Um, my stepdad, I guess that's what I call him. My stepdad, he donated a bunch of stuff to us, so we went and picked that up. It was pretty awesome. He was the one that donated the paint and also some old used insulation. But hey, I don't care. It wasn't in that bad a shape, so we'll use it. We'll put it up on the walls. And I think that extra insulation that he just gave us will cover the kitchen, so that's cool. And then of course, he also, which was really awesome, Barrett, like my community, my people, I hate saying it that way, but like my co-workers, my STNAs and my nurses and stuff like that, they did an amazing job. They donated me so many clothes. Like I have more than enough clothes to last me forever. But they were able to find all these clothes to donate to me, but nobody could find anything for Barrett. Like he wears a 42-30, right? And a 2X. And I think you're good on shirts, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's good on shirts, but pants, for some reason, those sizes we cannot find. And even before the fire, we always had a hard time finding him clothes. And so my stepdad, he actually purchased him a pair of jeans and a pair of a pair of jeans and a pajama set. So that was awesome. Now he has those. He was wearing a pair of jeans from the house, and the smoke got to him, and the smoke and the what's it called? I can't ever say it.
Soot.
The soot got to him. So from the knees of his pants down were black. And we took those and we tried to wash them and stuff, but you could still smell the smoke. But he had worn those for like 3 days. And I'm like, all right, we got to do something.
Every place I turn around, I could smell it.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. Yeah, be careful, Firefly. She's headed home. So yeah, it's definitely been an adventure, definitely a learning curve. We're learning all kinds of new stuff. I'm learning all kinds of building stuff. Um, this is not for the faint of heart. I don't know.
The only thing we got to worry about now is get an electrician in here and check that fuse box out.
Yeah, hopefully, my stepdad, he'll um be able to get one of his family members to come out and look at the electric. We're gonna have to, because it's the old tape wire in this farmhouse. We're probably just gonna have to run all new electric and get a new um what is it? A meter or breaker box. So that'll all have to be new. And I think that will be the cheaper route instead of trying to redo everything. Just freaking
That
put it all
breaker
new.
box was pretty good. It was brand new and everything, but there was a back porch that was attached to this house and it was falling down. And when my son tore the rest of it off and everything, it exposed that back of that breaker box. So all that rain and all that weather and stuff hit that box and everything. So I don't trust it. I wouldn't trust it at all.
So that will be down the road too. But that's the thing too. We were discussing today is, do we leave the walls bare and wait until we can get an electrician in here and then put up the drywall?
Yeah, we're gonna leave the walls bare. Okay. That way you can put your outlets and stuff in.
So I guess that's what we're gonna have to do. We can't hang any drywall or anything until we can get an electrician in here. And if we can't get someone to donate their time, and that's the thing too, I don't know if he's a certified electrician or not. If we want to get hooked up to a company, we have to have a certified electrician, and I have no idea what it would cost to pay somebody to come in. I know, and rewire everything. Ugh. Let's see. Dragon says, well, guess those PJ bottoms will now just be feeding the beast pants, cover the soot like with much boots. What? Did you understand that? I didn't understand it. Muck boots. Okay. Soot lines, he said. Okay, well, guess those PJ bottoms will now just be feeding the beast's pants. Cover soot lines with the mud.
If anybody wants to know why we got lights here, in the trailer, yeah, all the wiring was shot and set for back here in the back in her office. So I ran a extension cord from her office all the way across here to the farmhouse. And we got surge protectors running certain things. But if we, she can't go over to her office and everything because it stinks.
It's horrible.
It's terrible. It gives me headaches.
It's got soot all over my computers and everything.
That's the only room that survived. Except for the soot and the smell and stuff.
Oh, and that's another thing. Bear said he went in to get my shampoo. My shampoo is all covered too. It was nasty. But the outside curtain, like the shower.
It's weird.
Go ahead.
The outside curtain wasn't even touched. But the inside curtain that goes into the tub to keep the water from going out was melted. So that's weird.
Marshmallow Man says, when you get the electrician and maybe you can have them hook up the generator to the panel. Yeah, we talked about that too. Yeah. We were going to actually try to get this generator hooked up to this panel now, but I don't think that's a wise choice. So we decided not to do that. Hey, Brooke. One love. Hope you guys stay safe. Thank you so much. Dragon?
We talked for years and everything about people around us, their houses catching on fire or something happens and stuff. You would never in your life would think something like that would happen to you yourself.
Yep.
And we was only gone for what, a half an hour?
Yeah.
That's how quick something can change in your life.
Dragon says, crap, can't type at all tonight. Muck boots. That's all right, Dragon. Barrett figured it out. Yeah, we're trying to fix up the farmhouse park. Here in Canada, minimum $50 an hour and then materials.
All right, everybody, write Trump and tell him to donate some money to it. There you go, check the fire.
Mooney says probably a minimum of 10 though. Firefly said, did you end up calling the Knights of Columbus? No, I forgot, Firefly. I forgot to call them.
Did look up?
No, they never called us back. Brooke says, hey, sorry, cooking dinner. Sorry to hear what happened. Prayers. Thank you so much, Brooke. I gotta call them. The Knights of Columbus. Mooney says, so true, Barrett. Wouldn't that be cool if, like, Trump come and visited us? Have Trump on our front porch.
Yeah, right. Security guards he's got would throw us to the ground.
Neighbors would all be looking and talking then. Marshmallow Man says that's that's a licensed electrician. That's worth it. Yeah. We're gonna have to have a licensed electrician, or we won't be able to get hooked back up. The electric over here has been shut off for 12 years.
Something like that.
You getting cold?
No, I'm gonna put wood in the fire.
Oh. Barrett did bring over my butchering sink.
Stainless steel sink.
My stainless steel sink. It is in the kitchen. It doesn't have any stoppers or back legs or anything like that. But it's working for me to at least put a pot in there to wash the dishes. So at least I have like a little station.
What's killing me is going down up and down these steps.
Yeah, Barrett's legs are killing him going up and down the steps. I love the name change, by the way. Thank you so much, Brooke. Yeah, we got a wood furnace in here, Arc. It's not the best looking thing, but it keeps it a little warm in here.
We'll find out when it drops down to 5 and 6.
Yeah, it's supposed to drop down to 5 degrees next week, so we'll see. There he goes down the steps. But yeah, we're just surviving. That's our main focus right now. Oh my gosh, Arc says 4 there Monday. Dragon says, oh, well, since you're updating the farmhouse, you can put in one of those chair lifts in the stairway for him. You probably can't hear me. I think he's losing his hearing too. I've got 3 things I won't do to my house: electrical, plumbing, and when I had my wood stove installed. Yeah. I think the only thing Barrett won't mess with is electrical. That scares him. He don't want to get shocked. Which I don't blame him. You're crazy, Ark. I'm sleeping in the snow Sunday night, be 14 degrees. I'm good. This is bad enough. I can't imagine sleeping in the snow. Well, I don't know. The snow might insulate you. Nope, but I wouldn't want to do it. Just glad you guys are okay. Thank you, Brooke. Me too. I'm so glad we weren't sleeping. Really? Barrett says he thinks it's getting warmer outside. Ari says you want to go camping, Moon? Tell him to shut off the breaker before he works on anything electrical. Yeah. Well, we know that much, but that's about it. All right, Vermont. Thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate you coming in. Mooney's getting good gust wind now. It's heading your way. Ugh. Yeah, I got snacks to munch on, Firefly. Just It's, I don't know, everything just to get anything in me. Right now, I'm eating lettuce with cheese on top of it and some salt. And it's all right. It's pretty good. I know I'm going to be paying for it here in a minute. Yes, you're so right, Mooney. At least you have each other. And I think part of my panic attack yesterday, the one I had so bad, is I hadn't had any sweets at all in 5 days. And I had made some yogurt with blueberries and stevia in it, and it was the first time I'd had stevia in 5 days, and I think it just got my sugar running or something. I don't know. It got my blood pumping. What?
You can tell the difference. What little bit of work we did in that kitchen.
Yeah.
It's
not as windy.
Not as windy. Well, I don't feel no draft coming through.
Well, that's good.
But it's warming up outside. What's the temperature?
I don't know. I can't like shuffle through screens. Yeah. It'll shut me down. Oh, that's horrible, Ark. Ark said he's had 2 house fires. I can't imagine. One is enough for a lifetime. And I reached out. What made me so mad is I reached out to like a local neighbor wall. I can't even think of what it's called. It's like neighborhood something. And it's an app. And it's for like your neighborhood, your specific neighborhood. And I reached out there and was telling everybody about the fire and stuff. You know how much negativity, nastiness I got off of there. It was horrible. And they're basically saying
make comments about that stuff and everything. How people gets on there and get nasty with other people and stuff and everything. So you should have been prepared for that.
I know, but dang it. I figured people would have a little more compassion with a house fire. But anyways, one guy got on there all nasty about the flood zone, saying he had insurance and he's in a flood zone, so he don't understand why I don't. And I was like, I called around for like a whole year trying to find somebody that would insure us, but they wouldn't because we're in a flood zone. So pretty much he was flat out calling me a liar. Oh yeah, the house is old, but still, he was straight out trying to call me a liar. It made me so mad. What, Dragon? He says, I'm going to be paying for it here in a minute. Well, dang it, Jess, you're supposed to put the oil and vinegar dressing on the salad itself, not rub the oil on your stomach. Firefly magic bathroom elixir. Marshmallow Man said, try to get a couple of fans to blow the heat upstairs into the rest of the house. We got to be really careful what we're plugging in. Night, Carl. Thanks so much for hanging out. Ark's asking Mooney if she got her leak fixed. Up in Canada, a buddy of mine had his basement flooded out, and he lives in a flood zone. He's been 2 years without insurance. He lives in a flood zone. Yeah, they don't. I would like to know who this guy got insurance from because they won't insure us.
We was told to get a hold of the township, though, about fixing that creek.
Yeah.
Cleaning it out.
And we'll definitely get a hold of the township. Brother-in-law is going, okay. Mooney says she's going to be staying at her niece's because she can't get the electric fixed where it's
Oh, where it's
leaking.
leaking there?
Yeah.
She put a tarp on top of it?
I don't know. Did you put a tarp on it, Mooney? Ark says people can be buttholes, Jess. Yes, they can. Even if they insure that guy, it doesn't mean they will pay out if he gets flooded and claimed act of God exemption. I just don't like being called a liar.
It's like Daniel said the other day, and everything where his trailer's at,
Hmm.
it's not the flood zone, but where the house is, it's a flood zone.
Yeah.
I don't see how.
Because the trailer's up higher.
I know, but the house is up high too.
Yeah, that's true. All of our neighbor Daniel, his house is insured, but the house below him isn't, which is weird because they're about the same. I mean, the house is a little lower than the trailer, but
It's
it's still
high.
high up in the ground, and they can't insure that. And then my other neighbor, he has a trailer, and he was able to get that place insured, but that's only because his trailer has wheels on it, and he was able to list it as a mobile or a RV.
Yeah.
And I don't know how he did that, but it was listed as an RV because it still had the wheels on it. Our trailer's so dang old. The axles have been taken off. The wheels have been taken off. But that still doesn't count the house because the farmhouse is still in a flood zone too, and they wouldn't insure that. So it is what it is. Whatever. I'm trying not to look at the negative people. Yeah, but it's still your home, Mooney, and it's still upsetting. She said, "Thanks, Ark and Brian. It's nothing compared to Jess and Barrett, so I'm fine."
That's something someone's trying to sell their
Oh yeah.
camper.
Somebody reached out to me. Was that the night of the fire?
Yeah.
Yeah, the night of the fire. He called or he texted me and he was like, "Hey," he's like, "I got a camper up here. You can have it for $1,000. Come and get it, and you can park it on your land." Like, are you kidding me? Seriously? Is that coon back? That's the cat, isn't it?
Cats.
Oh my god, that scared me.
Might be that ghost
No, it's not a ghost.
trying to get through the door.
My buddy that got flooded out, he lives by the Grand River, and where he lived, the river would go up at least 40 feet in the spring when all the snow melts. That's a lot. That's insane. Well, and I think anybody still here? We got 4 left in the chat. I'm here. Are you here? My internet's wonky, you guys.